Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where today we're not going to talk about VGC, at least not explicitly. We are kind of talking about VGC, but really we're going to talk about some specific Pokemon that I think going from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet that I would like to see either get buffed or get nerfed. And that's pretty much the whole premise of the video. Yeah, so let's jump right into it. Let's see what we got here. The first Pokemon I want to see about some of these choices you're gonna think I'm stupid, but trust me, just hear me out. Hear me out. Okay? There's a method to my madness. I want Dottler to learn Hypnosis. I think it is a crime that Dottler has compound eyes but doesn't learn Hypnosis, and Orbeetle does not have compound eyes but learns Hypnosis. That's a crime. Give Dottler a niche because Eviolite Dottler is low-key busted. It has Recover, it has Trick Room, it has Sticky Web, it has Struggle Bug. I think it has Struggle Bug. Am I wrong? Does it not have Struggle Bug? Nah, it has Struggle Bug. Trick Room Dottler with the Eviolite, super busted Pokemon. If it had Hypnosis, it'd be so good. And I think it'd be so funny if Dottler was just like one of those Pokemon that was just a really good Eviolite Pokemon. Either that, or give Orbeetle Compound Eyes. I think it's like has such a bad typing already. I think it'd be fair for it to have like 100% accurate Hypnosis. Just give it to it. Just let it do it. Just come on, just a little bit. The next Pokemon I want to talk about is Alcremie. Alcremie is like so close to being good, right? First of all, there's kind of two things here. I think the Decorate should not be allowed to target an opponent. Because it's really stupid that you can target an opponent with Decorate. That means that it can be redirected. That means that, at the moment at least, if you do like Dynamax, Max Guard, Copycat, you're going to just Decorate your opponent instead of yourself. Which is all stuff that I've tried and it just absolutely sucks. So I don't think Decorate should be allowed to target the opponent. I think it should be like coaching. I think it should only target your partner. I think that just makes sense for everybody. The other thing is I feel like Alcremie should get some kind of redirection. It doesn't have to be Follow Me. Like, honestly, I could just learn, like, Ally Switch, and I'd be happy because it doesn't learn either of those moves. But I feel like it should get some kind of redirection. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a new move that they introduced that's redirection. Maybe it's just Follow Me through, like, breeding. It just looks like it should have Follow Me, and it doesn't. And it bugs the crap out of me. Yeah, I don't know. Its stats, like, aren't great. Decorate's really the only reason you use Alcremie. Just give it a little bit more. Buff Decorate just like the tiniest bit by making it not being able to be redirected like coaching, and just like give it a redirection move or like something else it can do besides just click Decorate every turn. And I think Alcremie can do some big things. Sweet Veil is also very good, but Next up, Frostmoth. Why doesn't Frostmoth learn Rage Powder? I don't understand. I actually went a very long time thinking that it did learn Rage Powder. Why doesn't Frostmoth learn Rage Powder? It's literally a moth. Like every other moth Pokemon gets Rage Powder, right? Like I think. I could be wrong, I guess. Let's look at all the Pokemon that learn Rage Powder, actually. Rage Powder. Let's see. Butterfree gets Rage Powder. Why doesn't Frostmoth get Rage Powder? I guess Dustox doesn't get Rage Powder. Or no, it's only showing me things that are legal. Yeah, it's only showing me things that are legal. Because I know for a fact that Vivillon gets Rage Powder. I don't think Dustox gets Rage Powder, but it might. And if it doesn't, it should. I think every Butterfly Pokemon should get Rage Powder because it's literally Butterfly move. And yeah, I don't know. Just why doesn't it get Rage Powder? It'd be so good. And that's all I have to say. Give Frostmoth Rage Powder. It's literally Ice-type Volcarona. Why doesn't it have Rage Powder? Next Pokemon, Chiron Black. Just give it any viable physical ice move. It could literally be Ice Punch. I would take Ice Punch. I think Icicle Crash would be ideal. But like you could literally give it Ice Punch and that would make me happy. Yeah, just any viable physical ice move, please. It will still be a bad Pokemon, but at least it'll have an ice move that does more than 25 damage. Please. Don't give me no Lucky Dice stuff because like I'm willing to bet that even if you have Lucky Dice, you can still just only hit twice with Icicle Spear, and you will be even more upset about it. I don't want that. Give it a good ice move. Next up is Zamazenta. Why doesn't Zamazenta have Body Press? It's It's literally the fighting type defense Pokemon. Why no fighting type defense move? Why doesn't Zamazenta have body press? I don't understand. I think it'd be good with body press. Honestly, I think if Zamazenta had body press, it would probably have a niche now, because at least it would have a damaging move. You wouldn't be able to just like intimidate it to death, honestly, because like even with no investment, 165 defense at +1, that's a big attack. That's a big body press. It should have body press, and maybe like some other moves that make sense. It bothers me that Zacian is objectively a better fighting type than Zamazenta, who is actually fighting type. I hate it. Bugs the crap out of me. Next up is Charger Bug. What does Charger Bug need? Battery. This is what Battery does. Your allies' special attacks have a modifier of 1.3. That's basically a life orb. You get a life orb for this Pokemon just sitting next to you. Charger Bug has so many good support moves. It's got String Shot. It's got does it get Struggle Bug? It does not get Struggle Bug. It should get Struggle Bug. Give it Struggle Bug. Why not? It does get Skitter Smack though, which is pretty good. String Shot's a really good move. You get Eerie Impulse, which is really, really neat. I would like for it to get Recovery, but mainly I think they should buff Battery to be the same as Power Spot, because they're literally the same ability. Well, let me search for another Pokemon's ability. It will. Look at that. Can I read what it does? No, of course not. If you don't know what Power Spot does, Power Spot is Stonejourner's ability. And what Stonejourner's ability does is it's this exact same ability, except it also applies to physical attacks and Stonejourner's attacks. Why? Why did they just make an objectively better version of this ability and not buff this one? I don't understand. Some of the things that Pokemon does sometimes absolutely frustrate me, and this is one of them. Like, sometimes for like moves, I can understand it, because like some Pokemon don't deserve to have the stronger version of the move. But it's literally Charger Bug. Just buff Battery. It's the only Pokemon with that ability. Please. Please. Alright, so now let's get into the Pokemon that I think should get nerfed. I think Alecki needs to get nerfed. I don't think that a Pokemon this fast has any right to also have speed control. So I think that Alecki shouldn't have Electro Web, and it shouldn't have Thunder Wave for that matter. Thunder Wave is probably more fair at least, but like I don't want it to have either of them. There is no reason that a Pokemon that I cannot outspeed with a Scarf should be allowed to drop my speed stat. And that's just how I feel about it. Prankster is a little bit different because you're giving up your whole ability for it. But this is just... Alecki is just faster than most Pokemon holding a Scarf. And now, because of Electro and Thunder Wave, its teammates are also faster than that Pokemon with a Scarf. And I don't think that's fair. That bugs me. I don't like that. Take it away. It doesn't need them. Zacian. Zacian is really good. And it might even be, it is getting like a tiny debuff going into the next gen, because there won't be any Dynamax, so its signature move will just be a base 100 Steel type move. But I think Zacian's move pool is too good. Especially if you compare it to Zamazenta's. I think Zacian's move pool is too good. I think it needs to lose some of these moves. I don't know if that's like we take away Sacred Sword and then like it doesn't have fighting coverage. That could help a little bit. Or maybe like it doesn't have any physical fairy moves like other physical fairy types. Tapu Bulu. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like its move pool is a little too good. It just has every single thing it could possibly have going for it. And that's really what bothers me about Zacian. Next up is Incineroar. I don't think Incineroar should have pivoting moves. If Hitmontop doesn't get U-turn, then Incineroar shouldn't get U-turn either. I know that they just added Parting Shot as a breeding move to it this gen. Take it away. It doesn't need it. Take away Parting Shot, take away U-turn, make everybody manually switch their Incineroar. I think that would help a lot. I mean, obviously it'll still be a really good Pokemon, but like make everybody manually switch their Incineroar, and I think it'll be a little bit more fair. And you know what? Give Hitmontop U-turn while you're at it. Make Hitmontop better, because we all love Hitmontop. Next up, Rillaboom. I think the nerf that Rillaboom needs is it needs Grassy Glide to get nerfed. I think Grassy Glide's too good the way that it is, especially since Rillaboom sets its own grassy terrain. Rillaboom is what they were afraid Tapu Bulu would be if they gave it Grassy Surge, except it might even be better than that. So you don't know what Grassy Glide does. You get priority on grassy terrain, but you also get the grassy terrain boost. and Rillaboom also gets stab. So it really ends up being like a base. What's math here? 1.3 times. It ends up being like almost a base 150 grass type move. It's probably like base like 120 grass type move with priority, and that's kind of too good. So I think what they either need to like lower the base power of Grassy Glide, or they need to make it so that you don't get terrain boost on it. Does that make sense? Like Grassy Glide, you get the +1, sure, you don't get the attack boost. Your Grassy Glide is staying base power 70. I think that would be fair. The last Pokemon I want to see get nerfed. I think Grimmsnarl has too many tools. Especially if you compare it to other Prankster Pokemon. Most Prankster Pokemon don't have screens and T-Wave and Fake Out and just all of the stuff that Grimmsnarl has. The only exception I can think of is Meowstic, but Meowstic's kind of bad. Meowstic, I think, has like most of the same moves that Grimmsnarl has, except Grimmsnarl also has like Spirit Break and a bunch of physical attacks, where basically Meowstic just has Psychic. Yeah, I don't know. Grimmsnarl has too many things. It's kind of like Zacian. It kind of has everything going for it. It has Prankster. It's Dark type, so you can't like taunt it with Prankster Taunt. It has Fake Out. It has basically every move it could ever want. I think the only move that I would want to see Grimmsnarl get would be like Misty Surge, and that's not even like, that probably wouldn't even make a big difference. Yeah, it just has too many moves. It has Fake Out, Thunder Punch, both screens, not Thunder Punch, Thunder Wave, both screens, Scary Face, Taunt. It even has priority attacking moves. It has Trick. It just, take away some of these moves, please. It has too many. It really makes me sad that it's basically the objective best Prankster user if you don't want Tailwind. And I think that's a little bit too good. Yeah, so this is a shorter kind of video, which means that YouTube's going to be mad at me because it's a shorter video, so my audience retention is a little bit shorter. So if you watched this video, please leave me a big fat like. Leave me a comment. Tell me your number one Pokemon that you want to see get buffed. Tell me your number one Pokemon you want to see get nerfed. Explain down in the comments below. We can have a little discussion down there. Everybody be nice to everybody. And if you're all the way here at the end and you want to see more stuff, Scarlet and Violet's coming. If you want to see that, if you want to see more like weird list videos like this or battles, subscribe, stick around for a while. Be an AndyLaVGC fan today. My name's Andrew, everybody. I'll catch you guys next time.
Mm.